Welcome, guys, in our pen testing series. Okay, so till now, you know that we are discussing two important topics for the become pen tester. Today, we are going to discuss different type of pen testing. Okay, just for reminding purpose that if someone watching this video first time, then what the other things we covered till now? That is, first of all, we cover this network security and cyber security difference. What is network security? What is cyber security? Lots of people have confusion there. So we start with this main core concept. Then we discuss about this second topic, like the difference between pen testing and vulnerability assessment. Here also some student confusion like what is cyber security, what is pen testing, what is vulnerability assessment. Some people also confused with the forensic investigation. So that kind of concept here we discuss. And then we discuss the different strategy, penetration testing strategies and method. What kind of different strategy we need to keep in our mind, how penetration professional can do this stuff, and what the different method they can use. So let's start our today's main focus topic, that is different types of penetration testing. So here you can see that we have main six category here. And now this is what mostly famous. Otherwise, if I talk about some subcategories, small part, then there are lots of category. Nowadays, people dividing according the small concept like IoT also and different stuff. Just example, okay? So you understand types of penetration testing. So we have main six: the network penetration testing, web application penetration testing, social engineering penetration testing, wireless network pen testing, mobile device pen testing, and cloud. In there also, it is not like we are going to become pen tester for all category. No, it is just a main famous or let's say major category which is company are focusing to hire the pen tester. Okay, and you know that nowadays cloud is booming. So if anyone already have a cloud experience or let's say cloud security knowledge, they can continue with this cloud penetration testing. Okay, so let's see discuss one by one each and everything so you can easily focus on your career and you can choose your path. So you can see network penetration testing. It is mostly used for what? Identify security issues in the network design and implementation. Just simply assume that we are creating some network topology with few router and few switches with let's say some conscious security focus like firewall or IDS, that kind of device. So in that, design is very important. If we create some high security policies with some access list, or if you have any idea about the network security, but let's say according physical network access, or let's say the connected topology, one access via second, or that kind of some design issue, then obviously there is a loopholes. And sometimes what let's say design is good, but some problem in the implementation. So this is the company wherever either it is a cloud things or it is actually data center or it is normal company or MNC company, wherever networking is required. And if there are any problem in the network, they require network penetration testing. So just focus here, common network security issue. This is the main thing you need to understand so that you will decide your path, that what kind of penetration testing you want to do. Okay, so you can see in the network what kind of common issue: use of insecure protocol. Sometimes what happen, unused open ports. Let's say if you have a little bit idea about the different protocol and port number, then we have well-known ports like port number 80 for HTTP, port number 443 for HTTPS, port number 2021 for FTP, 22 for SSH, 23 for Telnet, then 25 SMTP, 67, 68 forward DHCP, 69 port number for TFTP, DNS, 53. There kind of lots of, this is just well-known port number. Okay, there are POP, IMAP, NTP, lots of protocol is there. Obviously, all thing I not need to cover in the one video, but I'm just giving the idea. So let's say any kind of this port is open and it is unused. Okay, understand? If the port is open and we require that work, we require SSH access and the SSH port is open, okay. But suppose if we are not using that port and that port is open, then what? Again, it is become vulnerability in our computer according network, unpatched OS and software. Sometimes what happen, let network security is properly, protocol and port number also properly, but your OS is not updated. Then also that is the become reason to hack the network and your system. Actually, on that time, what first part is not network. First part is they will access your weak computer, and from that computer they will target the network, or let's say other network member. Okay, and the another point is what you can see, misconfiguration. Okay, any kind of device like firewall, IDS, IPS, server, workstation, or network device, or any services, and so on. There are lots of technical configuration where if we do the misconfiguration, obviously it is a part of network security issues. So here you can see how network penetration testing works. So for this whole concept, how that pen testing works. So network pen tester will testing, and it will play the most crucial role in the planning phase. Obviously, network security is what? Network is all about planning and design, as I told you in the beginning, like design and implementation. So first network design happened, then internet connected started, then employees start working. So mostly network security or network penetration is part of planning phase. Okay. So network professional gather and review what you can see. They will gather the network specification, user documentation, some network users, how many users from the sales department or the marketing department, or let's say admin are doing properly work or not. Yes, admin also able to monitor by the pen test. Okay, keep in mind. Pen tester is different stuff. There are lots of organizations where the network admin itself the pen tester. But if I talking about MNC company or real scenario world, then what? There are a network admin for the network management, other stuff, and pen tester is the different team or maybe one different guy. So they can monitor everything also. So who is using which kind of network? That is third point. Then you can see other relevant documentation. Other documentation like what? Some ID password file, database file, some credential we stored in the file, whatever kind of document which is relevant to the network or network professionals. So that all thing will need to cover by the network pen testing. Then you can see network pen tester also will test what? Network interface like fast Ethernet, gigabit or whatever. Errors in the user alert. Sometimes what? That network interface, network security, all thing fine. But they have some errors or they getting some pop-up. That is possible. Maybe the user clicking some unknown link, malicious mails, or some spam call, whatever they respond, and that's why they got some pop-up or alert. So they're also checking by the network professional. And the disaster scenario identification, maybe computer crash because of wrong click, virus, or whatever. So these whole things part of network pen tester. So I hope now you can easily understand if you want to do pen testing, but according network or network security, then this is best for you. Let's see the next web application penetration testing. So in that, what you can do, it will detecting the security issues in the web application due to insecure design and development. In network, what happen? Insecure design and implementation. It is physical network connectivity, so implementation. While here, website, so we'll focus on the design, but also with the development. So you can see common web application security issues. Then it is what? Injection vulnerability. I hope you all already aware about lots of injection vulnerability, or maybe you're not aware, but you heard from your friends or the trainer or whatever the social media influencer which you following for the hacking, like SQL injection, JavaScript injection, HTML injection, command injection. There are lots of things, and in this series we are going to cover all that injection with lots of other vulnerability. So even we'll try to cover little bit part of bug bounty. So here understand, first point is what? Injection vulnerability. Second, broken authentication and authorization. As you know that in the server kind of management, the main 3A is important. Like first is authentication, second is accounting, and third is, sorry, first authentication, second authorization, and third accounting. So in that, authentication means what? It will ask you the verification, authentication, password, two-factor authentication, whatever the things which is you will find as a password for verification. Now let's say once you type your password and you are typing your right password, so you are able to successfully log in or get into that website. But how much work you can do, how much authority you have, that is decided by the second A authorization. And if someone want to keep your logs as a server or as an admin, that if this user log in on that time, so what they are doing, so that is third A accounting. So that also will cover. Then broken session management, like we are accessing some data like net banking or Facebook login, whatever things where we have verify ourselves by the ID password or any authentication process. And now let's say our connection is working, it's going on. That is what one session. So sometimes what? Sometimes hacker will not focus on the ID password, but they focus on the live connection. And that connection is running because of the browser cookies. So sometimes also hacker focus there and they will use the broken session management and they will get access of your connection without password. With cryptography, obviously encryption decryption is nowadays very famous. So if your encryption is weaker, okay, or let's say not stronger, then anyone can decrypt. Improper error handling. Sometimes what happen? Hacker intentionally try to input wrong credentials. Wrong credentials in the sense, not like wrong ID, wrong password, but let's say unallowed or some special character. If I give them some glimpse, then let's say SQL are very effective with the quotation database. Okay. HTML are very effective with the less than greater than sign, which is used for the tag. It is just glimpse. If you're not able to understand, if you are the fresher, no worry. Stay tuned. In the next video, we are going to start practical. I will show you all the things live one by one. But now, here understand that the website have some input box. Let's say type your email ID, what is your first name, last name, that kind of some inquiry form, or let's say some subscription form where website have an input box. And in that, hacker intentionally try to type some different keyword, which is affecting the website script. Okay. So no doubt it is also part of injection. But sometimes what? Sometimes they not doing the injection, but sometimes they intentionally try to generate the error. And the reason or the intention is what? That it will no need to hack your data, but they want to crash your server. And if they able to generate some unique or unknown error which is not able to handle by that server, again your server is affected. When they vote some data, they will use injection. So this is some common web application security issues. Okay. And if you want to become website hacker as a ethical hacking concept, or let's say if you want to become bug bounty hunter, this is best for you. Then let's discuss social engineering, penetration testing. This is very easy, very common process or method of pen testing. So why we use that? Why pen testers use that? To test the employees' compliance with the security policies. Okay. So what it will check? It will check the different employee compliance like devices and they are matching the network security policy or not. The second point you can see identifying the employees that do not properly authenticate, follow, validate, or handle the process and technology. There are lots of employees, you know, that in every company or organization, like exception, who are not following the rules properly. Or sometimes what that kind of employee who want to follow the rules, but they have some bad habit, or let's say late coming, or let's say some extra bad habit. And because of that, they're not able to follow. They want to follow, but they're not able to follow. In any case, we need to do this social engineering pen testing. What is that? Understand. Mostly they focus on the behavioral issue. Like social engineering, it's not a technical attack. You can count like only 20-30% technical, otherwise 70% it is human based attack. And that's why it is very difficult to secure 100% properly because what? The employee, company employee are the first barrier for the access from the external to the server. The employee is what in the middle. They are able to access the server. Public people don't know. Sometimes what? Sometimes hacker not try to hack the server, but hacker try to make a target as a company employee. And if company employee computer victim become victim, then what? from the company employee computer, they accessing server. And there are very easy step because what employee is a human and human is a have a feeling. Then it is easily become victim. And employee computer already have the server access, so it's become easy work for the hacker. And it is very tough for the security people because what they're not able to control all employee behavior. Obviously, see here some list already I've written. Clicking on the malicious email, who have already awareness about cybercrime, no worry, they will think before the click. But there are lots of employees, okay, which don't have the awareness about cybercrime, or let's say they heard about cybercrime, but they don't know what is the symptoms. And so unintentionally they are clicking on that malicious mails. Sometimes what becoming a victim of phishing emails and phone calls, fake website. If you are again very good fan of cybercrime and want to become cyber security person, then you also maybe heard about that Jamtara scenario. There are what lots of things running with the credit card or debit card thing. They creating fake calls. I'm just saying it is as an example. Okay, I'm not targeting anyone, but it is just example. So what they are creating some fake calls or sending some mails. If you click on that, sometime what happen? Payment card. Sometime what happen? ID password change, and someone else start using your card. Lots of things possible. Revealing the sensitive information to the stranger, and they also common habit of normal employee. Let's say if they have friend and suppose they have some problem in the company, what they do, they will share with the friends, hey, I have this kind of employee or this kind of colleagues, and they are having this, I want this, like that. Lots of stuff they are sharing with what friends. And which kind of friends? Not the colleague, but that kind of friend which is not part of that company, and according company it is a stranger. Maybe that friend take a misadvantage, allowing unauthorized entry to stranger. Again, it is more also most related to friends and family. Sometimes what happen, we are in the office, or let's say we want to go somewhere else in the meeting or some family function, and let someone coming to pick up us. So on that time, let's say they coming little bit early, like 10-20 minutes in our we are working in the office. What we'll do, okay, come here, sit here few minutes, then we'll go. On that time, what we are allowing that other employee which is as a company stranger. Okay, I'm not doubting here friends or family, I'm just giving the example that sometime what happen, some new friends intentionally become your friend to make you as a target. They sending by someone competitor company, or they're sending by someone who want to take revenge from you, or who want to take revenge from that company. So they following you from 4 5 months, then they send you the Facebook friend request or any social media, just example, as a friend request. Then you are talking and now you become friends, and they just finding some proper waiting that when I get the access. So that is also what just the example of allowing unauthorized entry to the stranger. Connecting USB device, this is very common. Nowadays, what happen? Pen drive is very common. If I talk about 8 GB, 16 GB, it is very common also. Any kind of pen drive, or I'm not talking about size, but let's say people are using pen drive for what? Maybe for listening music, maybe for storing data, transferring data. And suppose we have work from home, so we are some working in our computer, and now let's say someday company is calling us, okay, today you need to come to office. So we'll take our data from that computer and we are attaching there. There are lots of companies who already have the security policy, so they're not allowing to use USB. They may be using the cloud drive. So you can share your data from your computer at home and you can access the data from the company computer. But still, it is a common vulnerability that people coming with the pen drive and attaching in the system. Maybe that is a virus. Okay. So this is what social engineering concept. And this is some effective social engineering technique which is using by the hackers. Phishing, that means fake website which is look like a legitimate, but they just creating a trap for you. Pretexting, so they sending some message or mail, again which I called, which I take already as example. Media dropping, so let's say sometime what happen, hacker intentionally drop the pen drive nearby the office area, or let's say in the parking zone, or let's say in the entry gate, where Anyone can see easily. So what is normal human mentality? They will take the pen drive. If it is a good human, maybe it will give to the receptionist, or maybe it will first check, let me connect what kind of data is there, and from the data they get the idea and they give back the pen drive. If it is a not good user, then also what? It will let me check what is in the pen drive, and then what? If it is a useful data, it will keep, otherwise it will format it and take it the pen drive. In any case, good user, bad user, anyone. Mostly as a human mentality, what happen? We'll attach the pen drive and check what kind of data in this, and who knows it is a hacker pen drive intentionally putting there, and now you are touching on your system computer, company computer, and computer hack, or maybe computer got the virus. And again, pen drive is a one example. Nowadays lots of things, Bluetooth device, okay, then external hard disks, rare case CD DVD, memory card, lots of things is there, which is what able to store the media. Tailgating, that means what? Sometimes a non-user try to make a foolish to the security guard or the who are checking the entry, and they try to get enter in the office environment, get get bypassing, tailgating. So these are most common way of social engineering, and in all these case you also able to understand by the example. It is not about technical knowledge, it is all about trick and tricky concept. That means what? Smart human can able to save their self, but there are lots of things where people have a struggling for tricky concept, and human are emotional. Sometimes not like it is not smart, but it is become emotional, and by friend, okay, it is my friend, let's come inside, like that lots of things happen. Then wireless network pen testing. So here you can see that it is identify the misconfiguration in the wireless network infrastructure. So it is mostly look like a network security, but here we'll focus on the wireless technology. So you can see here common security issue in that what? Unauthorized or rogue or open access point. Open access point, that means what? Without security. Open, no password. Rogue access point, that means what? Fake access point. Unauthorized access point, that means what? Someone able to connect their access point in our company. Physical security issue or network security issue again. Then you can see insecure wireless encryption standard. So same I already explained in the network security, like the weak cryptography, weak encryption or passphrase, unsupport wireless technology. Sometimes also that is to become part of victim as a hacker. That unsupport wireless technology. So they tried intentionally sending some different frequency or different technology signal, and our wireless device confused, and maybe they able to get enter. So this is common issue with the wireless. And with this, all that network security issue you can consider, but still in the market there are totally different place available and vacancy available for the wireless network pen tester. Okay, then you can see wireless network pen testing. What is here? It is identification of hardware and software weakness, testing of application prone to attack, discovery of new bugs in updated software. This is also most common. That let's say software update comes, so people mostly what? Okay, auto update. So automatically new update is there. Who knows that new update have some bugs? So mostly hacker also focus on that. That whatever the updated software, let's check is there any bug or not. No doubt, need to keep update. That is good. Okay, but it is also in vice versa. Increase of the general awareness regarding the importance of the proper technical control. So that is most important thing. As a wireless concept, we need to take a control of the different user, different department, because wireless, that means what? No cable. Any number of device connect, anywhere they can connect if they have the frequency reachability. While cable, that means limited connection. If we have the switch with the 8 cable, then 8 cable will connect with the 8 computer. While wireless, number of device is not fixed. Number of IP fixed. We can do lots of limitation. That I agree. But still, which 8 or some backend process still changes while wireless is become unsecure. And that's why nowadays hacker focusing on that special wireless network attack. Another reason is what? Nowadays company also following wireless concept, so that they make their department, or let's say that physical environment neat and clean, no cable, all things are running wireless. But that is again running on the frequency, and that become unsecure. Then now some optional category also we'll discuss, like mobile device pen testing. Obviously, if I talk about Apple, then we need to learn about iOS. If I talk about Android, then we need to learn about Android iOS, Android OS, okay, Android programming. So these all are the what another pen testing category for the different students or learner who are only focusing on the mobile, not in the computer, not in the website. So this is what it is also one category, but it is not that much famous like we have website hacking or network pen testing. So obviously, the mobile device is what detecting the security issues associated with the mobile devices and their use. Mostly what happen, no implementation or the improper implementation of the bring your own device policy, BYOD. So what happened here? There are the organization running the BYOD policy, bring your own device. And nowadays, work from home process is beginning and very famous. People are working from their home with their own device. That means what? Company need to allow employee device to connect in the server. And also company no, not controlling or not forcing users that you cannot install different software. Okay, if it is a actually employee computer, there are another computer also possible which is given by the company, so they can control who you need to install, who you cannot install. But let's say it is a user employee computer, then they maybe have different antivirus, they maybe have some games, they maybe have some different software, they can maybe visit and download some malicious thing, maybe unknownly. And on that time, if that device connect to the company server, then what? Virus will travel and server will affect. Or maybe via employee computer, hacker can hack server that I just explained in the network security also. So that is the concept, BYOD. Use of unauthorized mobile device. Nowadays, you know that mobile model number or different vendor is selling the mobile in the lots of number. Or let's say if I talk about new launch mobile, then what? Mostly monthly you will find one or two new mobile model. So there are no any fixed frequency when employee change your mobile. And if employee coming with the new mobile, what happen on that time? That employee already have the ID password and they can connect. So if actually employee coming with the new mobile, no worry. But sometime what? If someone have ID password and they are accessing, that means what? Creating issue. Sometimes people using rooted mobile or jailbroken, where user want full access. Weak security implementation, that point we will find in every process. Connecting with the insecure Wi-Fi network, obviously mobile, that means Wi-Fi network, and Wi-Fi pen testing we just cover. So these all are the common points. So if you are purely focused on the mobile device like Android or Apple, then what? This point is for you. But still, I will suggest first you will get idea about the network pen testing and the website, because from the mobile also you are accessing website, and mobile when you connect in the network or internet, so network security we require. So if you get that pen testing knowledge first and then coming here to mobile, then it is good for you. And the last, cloud penetration testing. And then I also explained in the beginning, if you have the experience in the cloud, or let's say you already learned some cloud course like Azure or AWS or Google or lots of vendor nowadays available, then you require cloud security knowledge, and then you are able to do the cloud pen testing. So this is also optional for us right now, but as a category I want to explain you. So it is identifying issue in the cloud infrastructure, where we have again some issues, insufficient protection to the data at rest. Data at rest, that means what? That means whatever the data already stored in the device, which is not traveling, which is rest. Okay, network connectivity and the bandwidth problems as per minimum requirement, poor user access management, insecure interface or API plugins, add-ons, you can count, no privacy for the user action in the cloud, and security threats from the insider. So these all the different point, okay, for the cloud security and cloud pen testing. So in this we'll cover all these different things and different type of pen testing. In whatever category you want to know more, just you can put in the comment and we'll discuss that topic. And in the next session we are going to, this upcoming topic is what? pen testing process and phase. How pen testing process work and what is the different phase with the ethics. There are also some criteria, some rules we need to follow. So that we'll discuss. And then we'll start the practical, like open source intelligence, very famous topic, which is also known as a OSINT, OSINT, OSINT. So that will do the practical, and then we'll do the network penetration testing. Also, obviously, it is a practical. So thanks you for this video. Stay connected. Okay. Stay tuned also for the new topics and the pen testing practical. Thank you. Bye bye.